The morning sun rose gently over the hills of Atlanta, bathing the mansion in gold. Everything shimmered in perfection. The marble floors, the white roses, the silver chandeliers. It was Chloe Monroe's wedding day, the daughter of one of the city's wealthiest business moguls. At 32, she had everything: beauty, wealth, and ambition. But more than anything, she had found love, true, tender, passionate love, in the arms of Dr. Jordan Wells, a 38-year-old medical doctor whose charm and compassion had captured her soul. Their story had felt like destiny, two hearts from different worlds finding home in each other. Chloe had imagined this day since the moment Jordan proposed under a starlit sky, whispering promises of forever. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. The night before the wedding, as Jordan packed his tuxedo, his father called him into the study, his voice trembling with something heavier than years could explain. "Son," he began, eyes misty, "there's something you must know before you marry Chloe Monroe." He told him about that day, 14 years ago, a day burned into his heart. His wife, a humble janitor working in a high-end mall, had accidentally crossed paths with a young, entitled girl named Chloe. A spilled coffee, a ruined designer dress, and then cruelty, words like daggers, a slap that echoed through the corridors, a push that sent his wife to the ground, humiliated and broken before strangers. For days, she wept. For weeks, she withered. The shame and sorrow became poison in her veins, birthing a hypertension that would eventually take her life 3 months later. Her final words, barely a whisper on her deathbed, were, "Promise me, John, promise me our family will never mix with hers. Let her feel the weight of her own cruelty one day." And so, on the eve of his son's wedding, John Wells kept his promise. Jordan sat in silence, his mind a whirlwind of disbelief and heartbreak. He loved Chloe deeply, but how could he marry the woman who had, unknowingly, destroyed his mother's life? His heart waged war with his conscience. The memories of their laughter clashed with the image of his mother's tears. By dawn, he made his decision, one that tore him apart. The guests arrived. Cameras flashed. Chloe, radiant in a gown of white silk and pearls, stood before the altar, her heart fluttering in excitement and love. But as minutes turned into hours, her smile faded. Whispers filled the hall. The music stopped. Jordan never came. Her trembling hands clutched her bouquet as tears welled in her eyes. Confusion turned to panic, panic to heartbreak. The man she loved, the man she believed was her destiny, had vanished on their wedding day. Days later, a letter arrived. Jordan's handwriting was unmistakable. "Chloe, before I met you, I didn't know love could heal. But now I've learned love can also break. There's a truth that binds us, one written long before we met. My mother died because of a cruelty you once showed, perhaps in a moment of youth and pride. I've tried to forgive, but the wound runs too deep. I can't defy her last wish. Maybe in another lifetime we could have been, but in this one, I must let you go." Chloe dropped the letter, her sobs echoing through the empty mansion. For the first time, her wealth, her beauty, her fame meant nothing. She saw her reflection, not the perfect woman she presented to the world, but the young, reckless girl who once ruined a life without knowing. And as she stood by the window, watching the rain blur the horizon, she whispered through her tears, "If only love could undo the past." Moral: the past has a way of finding us, sometimes when we least expect it. Forgiveness may heal, but the scars we leave behind can shape the destinies of generations. If you like this story, please like and subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories.